Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel. So here I am going to explain the losses of pre-stress in IS 1343 2012 code book. So before that it was IS 1343 1980 and it was for code of practice for pre-stressed concrete, and the second revision is made to that particular code book, and that is called as IS 1343 2012 as you are viewing in the screen. So this is for Indian standard pre-stressed concrete code of practice for second revision. So in pre-stressed concrete, one thing that the basic thing every civil engineering student must know is that the loss of pre-stress, that is most important criteria, and that is the basic thing which every student is studying in their pre-stressed concrete subject. So for that, let us move to page number 24. So I am just scrolling in. So let us go to page number 24 in the code book, where you can see the losses. Yes, in the clause 19.5 we have pre-stressing requirements. So this is page number 24 in the code book, and here you can observe the pre-stressing requirements. So 19.5.1 tells us that at the time of initial tensioning, the maximum tensile stress FPI immediately behind the anchorages shall not exceed 76% of the ultimate tensile strength FPU of the wire or bar or strand. So what is this 76% here tells? So it must not have more losses when compared to the regular thing, right? So here if you come across the losses in pre-stress, so what are the losses in pre-stress? So if you read out the paragraph here, while assessing the stresses in concrete and steel during the tensioning operations and later in service, due regard shall be paid to all losses, which includes the shrinkage of concrete, creep, glaciation of steel, the shortening of concrete at transfer. So all this. So for this code, that code number IS 1343 to 2012 is asking us the every civil engineer that for losses must be considered while you are designing any pre-stressed block. Okay, so the first loss you can observe here is loss of pre-stress due to creep of concrete. So it is determined for all the permanently applied loads including the pre-stress. Okay, so this is what about the creep loss, right? So the formulas regarding the creep loss are in the page number starting from the page number 4, 5 and 6. So if you read out here, the loss of pre-stress, the third line, due to creep is obtained as the product of modulus of elasticity of the pre-stressing steel and ultimate creep strain of the concrete fiber, right? So again I am repeating, please see the third line. The loss of pre-stress due to creep of concrete is obtained as the product of modulus of elasticity of the pre-stressing steel and the ultimate creep strain of the concrete. So for that we have to move to page number 6. Yes, so if you observe in page number 6, the creep of concrete depends, in addition to the factors listed in 6.2.4, on the stress in the concrete, age at loading and duration of loading. So as long as the stress in concrete doesn't exceed 1/3 of characteristic compressive strength, creep may be assumed to be proportional to the stress. So this doesn't apply to our problems at UG level. So according to that creep, it is the creep modulus of elasticity and creep coefficients product will be the loss of pre-stress as discussed just now. So but what is creep coefficient here? Phi t t naught is equal to epsilon cc of t by epsilon ci of t naught. So here we have epsilon cc creep strain at time t greater than t naught, and epsilon ci and t naught initial time of loading is given. The creep coefficient phi t t naught is also given by phi naught into beta t t naught. So here what is phi naught? Phi naught is nothing but it is the notional creep coefficient to which the creep coefficient reaches asymptomatically with time. Okay, and beta t t naught is coefficient describing development of creep with time. So how to find this phi and beta t t naught is that the first thing, phi naught can be found by using the formula phi RH beta of FCM into beta of T naught. So this is the formula we use, phi RH. This is a factor of relative humidity. So in your problems you will be finding RH as relative humidity. So if the FCK, that is characteristic compressive strength of the concrete, is less than 45, you can go for this formula, or if it is greater than 45 you can go for the below formula. So RH will be given in the problem itself. So the finding phi RH will be the first task. Next is beta FCM. Next task will be beta FCM. So what is beta FCM? This is a factor to allow the effect of concrete strength on the notional creep coefficient. So we can find 16.8 by under root FCK plus 8 will give the beta FCM. Next, what is the next thing that we have to find? Next thing we have to find is beta T naught. So in this you can see, from first we have to find phi naught. So the creep coefficient is nothing but the product of phi naught into beta T T naught. But to find phi naught we are going for phi RH, beta FCM and beta T naught. So phi RH you have know this formula. Next beta FCM we are knowing this. Yeah. Next beta T naught, that is 1 by 0.1 into T naught 0.20. So T naught value if it is given we can take, otherwise we can take it for 28 days. Okay. Yeah. Next thing, after finding these three we have to product these three things. So phi naught is equal to, after calculation of phi RH, beta FCM and beta T naught, we will be getting phi naught. So next, after that beta T T naught. So what is beta T T naught? So for that we have a formula again here. If you observe, beta T T naught is equal to T minus T naught by beta H plus T minus T naught into 0 power 0.3. So this is the formula for beta T T naught. In page number 6 you can see. So there again, for finding BH, in this formula to find BH we have one more formula. This is 1.5 of 1 plus 1.2 RH by RH naught power 18 plus into H naught plus 250. So here we have the formula. So according to the given condition in the question you can take. So here we are getting beta T T naught. So this beta T T naught into this phi naught will give the creep coefficient. So beta T T naught into phi naught will give the creep coefficient. So that creep coefficient multiplied with elasticity modulus, so sorry, that multiplied with modular ratio will gives the creep loss. So going to page number 24 again. Yeah, so the creep of concrete is obtained modulus of elasticity, modulus of elasticity and the product of modulus of elasticity and ultimate creep strain will give the loss of stress due to creep. So that's what regarding the theoretical part of loss of stress due to creep. Please subscribe my channel if you are really interested, and please tell your friends to subscribe. Thank you.